welcome back to a new vlog series. I am Heather the Confetti Stitcher. I do a lot of cross stitching, some other crafts. I'm going to give you some life updates, and you're going to see a lot of masks probably this video because I agreed to help my cousin make some, and I have 4 yards of fabric currently on hold from Joann's that I ordered online that still aren't ready for pickup yet. So, but then I need to get the backing fabric as well. So I'll probably show you guys those when I'm done. Basically, my cousin works for a lower income school in Colorado, and they're all making masks to give to their students. So I agreed to help because I'm the only one in my family besides her with a sewing machine. Anyway, like I said, I do a lot of crafts. I have some kind of important life updates, but I will save those probably for the end. If you guys saw my last vlog series, you know we are currently in the trying to conceive process. So you might hear about that here and there. I'm not going to go that much into it though, because let's face it, you're mostly here about cross stitch. So anyway, I did finish, sorry if that was loud, that seemed loud. I did finish a piece of the hands-on design year of celebrations. And so I finished September. And it really is still crazy to me. I don't have it up here. I thought I did. How much brighter the colors are in person. I also did my nails with Color Street for the first time. One of my friends on Facebook was hosting a party, so I figured, we'll buy some and see if we like it. But it's hard to tell, but it actually matches the 930 pretty well. So, like I said, I finished September. This one, I actually need to count the brown stitches because I totally forgot. This piece had a lot of back stitching. I did make some changes. So this little inchworm up here is supposed to be the same color as the letters, but I made him green because usually you see green worms with apples. And then I also changed this. So the way it was charted was, it started like here and it was just A, B, C, D, and then E was over here. Well, to me that didn't make sense because this is supposed to be like a classroom, right? So this would be on the wall and there wouldn't be gaps. So what I did is I moved it over a little bit more, and then I'm not 100% happy with how it turned out, but basically I just continued on with where it would be. And so you can see the E started behind it, and then the uppercase capital F is started right here. So basically I just kept it going, and then wherever the back stitching would have been, though it's covered by the apple, I just cut that part out, if that makes sense. And then I just made up a G. So if I had thought about it, I thought I had counted correctly, but I didn't. I would have moved it over a little bit more so that it ended with the lowercase f, but I just ended up counting over too far. But it's fine. I'm happy with it. I think it's super cute. The letters, well, I should say the alphabet letters took forever because even though it's backstitch, there's a lot of curves in there. So like the C alone is like 5 or 6 back stitches, 7 back stitches. So it just took a while. But the other parts that are backstitched are around his glasses, which I actually did those wrong. They were supposed to go a stitch below, but I don't care because this way makes more sense to me, and I think that's why I did it that way, like unintentionally, but they end up here where his little feathers are, so that's where your glasses would sit, would be like right here, right? Because they need something to hold them up. The way they had it was like below. So, a happy accident. Then his tassel here is backstitched. The apple cores, and then the tiny little antenna on the inchworm. which you actually can see. So anyway, really love how that turned out. Love the bright colors in it. It looked very drab on the mock-up, or I guess cover photo. Then this week, I've kind of decided on a plan. So I am part of the Magical Stitches homework or the Magical Stitches group. I thought about joining some other challenge groups, but wasn't really feeling it. So the way I do that is at the beginning of the month, I try to stitch all of my monthly extra credits. Then my focus is the weekly homework, and then everything, like all the extra stitching throughout the month, gets put into the yearly designs. So the reason that I pointed that out is because it is almost the end of the month. We have one more, I think, is this the last week? Yeah, I think this is the last week of the weekly homework, and the way I stitch things kind of had an effect on my plans for this week. So I'm trying to find something while talking to you guys. And everything's taking forever to load, naturally. So the 5 prompts this week are, the first one is to stitch something that is the best part of you, or something that represents you, I guess it would be. So what I chose is, of course it's not going to load, if you guys have been with me for a while, you know it. But for those of you that have not, I am stitching George Washington crossing the Delaware. I am stitching this with 112 other people, or 111 other people. And I have the piece right here above this guy back here. I get like the very top of his hat. Whoops. And then all the sky that's above it. Well, not all of it, most of it. So I think I basically get like here-ish down, like right where it starts to get dark again. So I'm saying that because like this represents the best of me, because I'll show it to you guys since it is right here. I wasn't planning on it, but it is so giant that I have to really be diligent in order to work on it. And I think I'm also a completionist, so I think those are good qualities to have. Even when I play video games, I'm like one of those people that has to 100% it, if at all possible. I mean, let's face it, there's some games that you just can't do that with. Unless you want to spend years on it, and I'm not going to spend years. So that's 200 stitches, and what's probably going to end up happening is I'm going to finish out that page that I'm working on. The second thing is something you'd protect. This one, I might be very literal and stitch on George for that, because obviously I put in so much work on it that I would protect it in case of like a fire or something. I would grab it, which I have thought about before because we do get a lot of wildfires in my area. So otherwise I might pick something like Christmassy or like Halloween, because I would want to protect the holidays. I don't stitch like animals and stuff like that, but I could use my Boo Butterfly because it has cats on it, so I might pick that. It's going to really depend on kind of my mood for the day. Number 3 is a tree. So this is where my month or my yearlies come into play. So my first thought was my next month would be October that I would be stitching on. And there's a big tree right there. However, I started the yearly extra credit with August, and I had about 500 stitches. The way the yearlies work is that you stitch 2, 3, 4, or 5,000 stitches, or 10,000 stitches, but I already finished those, on a project. And you like post pictures every 500 stitches. So I started with August, which means September, I'm pretty sure it's about 1,000. They've all been about 1,000 so far. But like I said, I need to count the brown stitches and put those in. But October would then have to be part of that. So if I stitched on the tree, I would have to not count those stitches and then go into November. And I would rather keep it consistent. So I thought that was my only option. I was like thinking back on my whips, and I thought that's all I had. But then I remembered that I have these guys. And of course I was thinking like tree and not like Christmas tree. So, and it doesn't matter which one I stitch. The only one I finished so far is the reindeer, but all the rest have trees in them. So I decided I'm gonna stitch on these. And the tree is only 100 stitches anyway, but I changed up the colors, but the purple is the snowman. And then the red is the big Christmas tree. So I could stitch on either of those, doesn't really matter. The reason I just changed up the purple or the green is just because I don't want two greens. Because it, I don't know, breaks the pattern or makes like tries to make a pattern that doesn't work. So I just made it purple. My only other option was, I was talking to my mom about it because she bought this for me, and she's like, well, it's like, why would you pick purple? And I'm like, well, all the other Christmas colors were taken. She's like, well, what about yellow? I'm like, Mom, there's a bunch of snow in there, so it'd be like yellow snow. Yeah, not the best look. I did think about it though. Then, so that's 100 stitches. And then a project I wouldn't wish on anyone. If you know me at all, you know what I'm picking. George. It's just so big and so much of one color, all my pieces, that I would not wish it on anyone. Especially because it's not even like a solid color. For those of you that like solid stitching, there, as you could see, there was a lot of confetti in there. And I love confetti, but it's all the same color of confetti, so yeah, not a fan. I do need to get it done though, so project I wouldn't wish on anyone, and that is 200 stitches, which will be in that next page more than likely. Then the last thing is your favorite whip. Now, I don't have a favorite whip. I don't have favorite colors. Like I have palettes that I tend to stitch more of. Like I do actually really like blues and greens and cool colors. But I don't have a favorite color because it all depends on my mood. I don't have a favorite food. It all depends on my mood. So I don't have a favorite whip. However, you have to explain it. So really it's going to be whatever I feel like stitching on at the time. And it's probably going to be something that I haven't pulled out in a while. And I was thinking Disneyland map, which I did pull out because I was thinking of, I had to pull it out to look at it before I had found the ornaments to see if there was a tree that I was close to, and there's not, but I do really like this piece. But I do have some that I have not touched in a really long time, and I think I want to pull one of those out, but we'll see. I'm going to make that my last one. Just to kind of see where my mood takes me. But I'm going to basically do those, try to finish October, because now we're getting into the fun holidays. I'm not a summer person, so I'm glad those are stitched and done. I'm really a fall and winter lover. So you'll see more George, you will see more year celebrations, and you will see more stuff that you haven't seen in a while. So I might pull out Rapunzel again, or Cinderella. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Thursday, the 25th. It is about 5:30 in the evening, and I finally finished my 600 stitches on George. So I finally was smart and decided to make a little change. Oh, there we go. And stitch him upside down so that I'm not in pain as I'm trying to stitch him. So I finished the second page and got a lot of the third page done. I did notice that I was starting to get some page lines, not super bad, but so I am now still kind of sticking to the page, but I'm going into the next page as well. Kind of letting the colors flow in a natural pattern. So like the page ends right about here, but I did stitch into here with the gray because this is about where it ended. And then just continued up. I would go a stitch or two in. I know it's hard to tell, but progress has been made. And that's really heavy. Luckily it's easy. All I had to do is like literally just flip it. I didn't have to like go around making a ton of adjustments or anything on it. So now that I did that, I'm going to stitch on the tree tonight. So either the purple or the red. I'm not going to start a whole new jar or anything. I'm thinking it'll probably be the purple just because that's the most done, but we'll see. The reason I had stopped doing the red and started the purple one was because since the purple was a conversion, I wanted to remember which colors those were and get them out of the way. I did the 3 purples. I don't remember which one I left out. I think I left out 210. So I used 208, 209, and 211, I think. But I had those sitting in the bag waiting to be stitched for a while, and I wanted to get them back up on my wall. So went ahead and did that. But now that it's more done, I kind of want to finish that one first and leave the red for later. But we'll see how that goes. So that's only 100 stitches. I'll probably finish that in like no time. Of course, I always say that, and then we know how that goes, right? And so then I have another 300 on my favorite project, which I have a thought in my head. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I might as well show you if I can remember which bag it's in. It's in this one. So I've been kind of digging, oops, the full coverage. And I've been digging Christmas. So my thought was I haven't stitched on this one in a while, and I might work on it again. This is Santa in the Clouds by Tilton Crafts. The only problem is this would turn into 600 stitches because it is tent. And you can see I got Santa's head done, oh, top of his head done. But it's basically Santa up in the clouds, you know, like the title, looking over like a village. So it's like Santa is made out of clouds. So I do really like this one, and I think I'm going to stitch it as my favorite. So this one might get put on the hoop tonight, or on the hoop, I've never stitched hoops, on the Q-snap tonight. And he's probably gonna get another needle minder on him. But I think that's all I have for you guys for now. I do want to get my stitching done as soon as I can because I did get the fabric in finally. I think I told you guys about this. I agreed to make masks for my cousin's school. So Joann's had a coupon for 25% off your whole order if you go on and order for pickup. But they didn't have everything available. So I did that with these two fabrics. So this is for all the students in the school. So I got 2 yards of each of these because you had to do a 2-yard minimum. And I really like this one because it's sparkly, and I'm probably gonna make me another mask out of that and myself. But they didn't have the solids, so then I went yesterday when I picked it up and bought more stuff. So I got 2.5 yards of both of these for the back of the masks. And the masks I made last time were kind of, where did my other fabric go? We're kind of warm because I put a lot of, well, what the heck? I'm missing, oh, it was stuck to the back. We're kind of warm because I put like 4 layers of fabric in them because the fabric that I had on hand was pretty thin. And so I'm going to make another set of masks for my husband and I. So I just picked out another Harry Potter. And this one's lighter in color, so now that it's summer, it should be a lot more cool. And I'll just use one of the fabrics that I bought as the back. Ooh, I might use the blue one since it's blue. Just thought of that. And then my husband, of course, got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I got a 1/2 yard of each of these. And so my cousin is making masks too. She's never done it before. So I've been kind of giving her some tips and tricks. I think she's starting tonight. I need to give her a call and see how that's going, because I know she's kind of nervous about it. So she's not a big sewer. She's a big crafter. She's not a big sewer. But that's all I have for you guys. I am excited to work on Santa in the Clouds again. It's on a 28 count that I dyed myself. It's the 28 count DMC that I love stitching on. But now that it's been a while, it's definitely gotten a lot softer. So 28 count over 1, 2 threads tint. So anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna try to stitch as much as I can tonight and spend the whole weekend working on masks. So we'll see how that goes. I do have to clean off my desk again because I don't know what happens, but it just tends to accumulate everything on it. But thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. What is today? Friday, June 26th. It is 6 o'clock at night, and I have a few things to show you. So yesterday I finished my 100 stitches on the tree. So this was a blend, the green of actually like a light blue and like a sea green. And I got just over 100 stitches, so that was cool. And then I think that finished up a yearly, or not yearly, but the outrageous challenge, which is every 1,000 stitches post a picture. So that always feels good. I think I've got like 2 or 3 outstanding projects for that, one of which I haven't touched since January. So that might be coming in the works because I want to finish that out. But I also finished my 600 stitches, 610 stitches on Santa in the Clouds. This one, I don't know what it is, but I really like working on it. So I added 2 colors, and then I was at like 589, so then I started that color, which has a ton of stitches in it in this section. So this one is being stitched cross country across all the pages, so similar to how I was doing George. But yeah, I can definitely see this coming out again in the near future. So that's all I did. I'm trying to think if I did anything else, but I don't think so. So as for now, I'm going to clear off my desk because it's kind of a mess, and I'm going to need as much space as I can get to start making masks. But I also remembered that I have a whole thing of floss that I need to bobbinate. So it's basically just filling in the empty holes up there, and then replacing some of my ones that are getting thinner, like the 3842. So yeah, just going to do a little bit of bobbinating. It's really not that much, but I would like to clear this out a little bit so I can see what I still need to buy, because I have some, like I was using 316, which is, where is 316? I just used it. Oh, up there, the pinkish one, over there, which I'm getting pretty low on, but I don't have it in my box. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then maybe I'll start cutting out masks tonight. I'm not entirely sure. My cousin, I'm doing it for her, and she, like for her school, and she never has made them before. So I might wait to actually start putting them together until I can FaceTime her and show her how I do it. Because she, like I said, I think I mentioned she's not really a sewer, so I'm gonna bobbinate and kind of wait to see if I hear from her. I know that she was going to be buying some fabric, so I can probably at least get it cut out and then show her how to do the actual sewing. But I'm just going to clear everything off, put away all my projects, because I've got like 6 projects sitting out right now that need to be put in project bags, and then watch some true crime YouTube while bobbinating. So it should look a lot cooler tomorrow. I need to find my spare bobbins for the ones that I'm missing, like 310. No idea where that bobbin is. I looked in all of my bags and they're not there, so it's a mystery. And so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and you guys can come check out my wall. I'll see you then. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Monday, the 29th. It is noon, and I don't have a ton to show you, but I do have a lot to talk about that is stitching related. So first thing, the reason I don't have a lot to show is because I was working on masks literally all weekend. So I came up with this like purple sparkly with the green interior. And so far I've completed like 12, including a new set for my husband and I. This isn't his exact one, but he got the Ninja Turtles. He got Raphael, no. He wanted Raphael, I think. Yeah. Wanted Raphael, ended up with Michelangelo on the one side because that's his favorite, and Leonardo on the other. So he's the blue one. And so I'd made an extra one just because I had extra fabric. And then I made one for me that has the Deathly Hallows and then the blue interior, which this is the color that will be for the next half. I have a ton more that are finished, but I ran out of elastic. So far I've made like 20 some odd. I'm gonna try to get 50 done. And these are all going to my cousin's school because they are, I guess, opening when the school year comes around without any like restrictions or anything, but they're a lower income school, so she put a request out for anybody that can and has the time if they can make masks. So I went ahead and volunteered. What I have to show you is that the new homework came out for magical stitches, as well as the extra credit for July. And get rid of some of this stuff. I have a major problem. And my problem is that Amy Stewart keeps coming out with cool designs and Hade keeps charting that. So needless to say, I bought the new Amy Stewart, which is Tiki Sunset or something like that. Tiki Beach Sunset, which you're probably reading and yelling at me, but it's so pretty. I love all the colors. Naturally, it's ginormous. What is it, 712 by 509? 60 pages. But, you know, I'm gonna live forever, so this isn't a problem. Then, so the weekly homework, we only have 2 prompts this time, so it's 500 stitches on each prompt. The first one is something that resembles a video game. And so I am going to do George, because Assassin's Creed 3 takes place during the Revolutionary War. So that works. And then, keep hitting the wrong thing. So there's George. I have the piece over here for anybody that's new. And the second prompt is to stitch on something that has the items starting with letters C, T, and D. So I'm going to use George again because, ooh, that was close, of all the clouds, the tricorn hats they're wearing, and that guy's derriere. I'm sure there's probably other D's in there, but somebody had asked in our group. We have a group chat going for anybody that has questions, and I had pointed that out to somebody else that they could use that, and it was approved by the admin, so I'm going to use that on mine because I can. Then the extra credit for the month is to work on 2 whips and pick our favorite one and put in, I think it's 300 on it. But we can do 300 on the other one for more points, like bonus points. So I'm going to do both because obviously. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. I probably will pull out Santa in the Clouds again and maybe George, we'll see. Then the next one is something that has been slow to stitch, so George. Something that we lost something on, so George again, because I have lost the floss on that several times. It's not because it's not part of my floss wall. It is floss that was donated to us, and it is Sullivan's floss, and it was given to us all in this ring, and I've lost this ring more than once. And then something that feeds your soul, so probably we'll pull out Santa in the Clouds again, because Christmas is always the time of year that makes me happy and feeds my soul. So should be easy this time. Only 2 whips, possibly 3 if I put in something else for the first extra credit. But it's going to work because my sister-in-law is coming to visit us again this weekend for the 4th of July. So we're going to have I'm gonna have not a lot of stitching time. I think she's only coming Saturday and we'll probably leave Sunday, but today, well, and then there's also watch the movie, which I think I'm going to watch Lizzie McGuire because I love that movie. It's taking place in Italy and the choices are not great. There's Pinocchio, which I haven't seen that in a while, so that's my second choice. Cars 2, which, and Captain America, which those are just really long. So, plus I like going back to some of the classics. And I did watch Lizzie not too long ago, so I might watch Pinocchio, but it is kind of depressing, so we'll see. But today I have to watch the movie for June's extra credit because we only have another day. So I'm actually going to go do that right now. I'm going to stitch on Sand in the Clouds. I'm going to try to stop saying And we have to pick a movie from the US, and I don't remember what the other choices are, but I'm going to watch Princess and the Frog because I think it's appropriate for this time, and it's also one of my favorite movies. So we will see what I end up doing after that. I'm probably going to pull out George again, but until I get more elastic and sit down to do masks again, I finally get some stitching time in. I literally this whole weekend didn't stitch at all. But I still have the hands-on design ones that I'm doing for the yearly, so we'll see if I get to those sometime soon. I am starting October, and I got it out and I looked at it, but I was just too tired the last 2 nights to start it because when I finally was sitting down to stitch, it was already like 10, so yeah, not really feeling starting a new project at like 10. So I did reading to catch up on my weekly reading. What I'm probably gonna end up doing is stitching and watching the movie and then reading the rest of the day because I have one book I need to do, which is the actual villains book that we're supposed to be reading for the week, but I did all of the extra credit reading. So I just have to do that and we will see if I can get those done. It would be nice. The reading for next month, I don't see myself finishing it because it's a lot of like modern day things. Like you have to find a book that has like phone booth in it, which who uses phone booths anymore? So I don't see myself finishing it, and I'm going to really try to focus on getting a lot stitched on George and my projects because, like I said, my stitching has basically halted for a few days. So we will see if I can. I'm still gonna read, I don't read them, I listen to them, the Kingdom Keepers books, and that's what next month's book of the month is, so I should be able to stitch while I'm doing that. So I might not have a whole lot of reading coming up. And it's all, like I said, it's all modern day stuff, and I just read a lot more fantasy, medieval type books, so we'll see what it brings, but more than likely it's gonna be more stitching and less reading, which is fine by me. But anyway, I will come back to you within the next day or two. I'm not promising tomorrow, but we'll see. And I will show you my progress, and I will see you all then. Hey guys, good evening. It is Wednesday, July 1st. Happy birthday to my mom. And it is almost 8 o'clock, so just wanted to show you my progress. I finished the 3rd page, and so I'm starting right down here on the 4th. I already have one color in, which is that bright blue that's right up there, and working on this gray bit, which is I think 169, but it's getting there. I also worked on, I don't know why that's showing up so late right there. It's like the 2 streaks, but I think it's just the angle. I also put in stitches on if I can get to it. Santa in the Clouds. While I was watching Princess and the Frog, I added basically all of that right there, the darker color. And then the second half of the movie, my cat came and sat on my lap, so I couldn't stitch anymore, but that's fine. I still put in like 150, I think. So yeah. Pretty happy with my progress. So far, this piece finished one homework prompt, and I'm going to try to finish the second one tonight, but we'll see. So extra 500 stitches plus like I think another 100 or so, but we'll see what I can do. I'm finally on summer break, kind of. I actually have to work tomorrow, but I only have to work 1 day a week, so for the most part I'm on summer break. But it's the 4th of July this weekend, which is US Independence Day, and I think I mentioned my sister-in-law is coming over. It's gonna be interesting. We are doing an IUI cycle, which is an artificial insemination cycle, and it's probably gonna happen on Sunday, so it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what we're gonna tell her, but yeah. I went to my ultrasound today and basically nothing happened, so I have to go again Friday, which is fun. $175 each time, but you know, story of my life. So and I haven't talked to you guys too much about that. I said I would, but I think I'm just gonna kind of tell you a bit about it here and there, and then if you have questions, you can put them down below and I'll answer them for you. But I don't know how many people would actually be interested, so that's where we're at, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday, the 2nd? Yes. It is 10:30 at night, and I just finished stitching my homework for the week, as well as one of the group events, which is Animal Kingdoms Africa, and it was 200 stitches. So I had to remember which one was which. So I have to go put it away. My sister-in-law is coming for the weekend, and she's coming tomorrow night. But since it's already so late, which I didn't realize it was already this late, I have to kind of clear off the couch and put all of my cross stitch in the craft room. So I got to a good stopping point. I did finish up another 1,000 stitches, and so I officially reached 100,000 stitches so far this year. So that's exciting. Sorry, my husband's being loud and he has to shout. I tried putting in my headphones to hopefully drown some of it out, but anyway, see, I'm going to go put this away. I didn't get to any of the monthly homeworks or extra credits yet, mainly because I was trying to get to a good stopping point, and this way, once my sister-in-law is gone, I can start all the monthlies. She's only staying for the weekend, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal, but it's easier for me to remember. So I have the monthlies left, which is 1,200 stitches plus the movie. And then I have the one more group event. I'd kind of forgotten about them, so I only have 2 though. The other one is 700 stitches, so that's a bigger chunk. I'm going to do most of them on George. I finished, well, I'll turn you around and show you. So I finished almost 4 pages. This color.
Watch the boop, but I'm going to go this way.
Sorry, waiting for it to focus. So this color that I added here, which is 414, this is the start of the next page. So
Right one?
almost finished another page. I'm only missing these couple of ninja stitches right in here, and these are, and these two down here. So this is the edge of the page, right, basically right where that ends right there. So once I do these ninja stitches, it will be done. But I did come up here and put in more of the 414 because it kind of ended in this area. But the way I'm doing this is that I am stitching one color to finish the page, but then I will finish this thread up in the next page. So as you can tell, it comes up and all the way over, so I have quite a bit left to do in this color. So I might even get up to the next page after this one, but we'll see. Then I'll come in and grab these couple of ninjas and finish up the 4th page. So I'm happy with my progress. I did some calculations, and if I can do, I think it's like 470, but basically 500 stitches every day, I will finish this by the end of the year. However, I don't want to put the pressure on myself, and especially, I mean, obviously this year is weird, but between like the coronavirus and I'm in California too, so we're under more strict lockdowns in a lot of places, but between that and the holidays I usually never, and that includes Halloween and stuff, I don't get a lot of stitching done because we kind of go all out for Halloween and Christmas, like decorating and stuff. So I don't get a lot done then, but with the coronavirus, I might get more or I might actually get less because we're not doing, like, we won't be doing all the stuff like going to Disneyland and things like that, but we might go more hardcore into decorating. And we make a lot of our decorations and stuff as well, so I don't want to put that pressure on myself and be disappointed because I just know how much stitching time I get towards the end of the year, and it is not a lot. But anyway, here's the piece so far. There are 10 pages across, so we're almost halfway. And these pages are the worst ones, simply because I'm going up and filling in more of them up here. So, like, I think one of the grays goes all the way up here.
Reaper back.
Maybe even a little bit further up. So, these will be the densest page, or the loosest pages, especially towards the end there, but yeah, it's been pretty enjoyable so far. Kind of looks like a dolphin going on down here. But it's probably going to be a couple of days before I come back to you guys. It's more than likely going to be over, or not over, but like Monday, Tuesday, so I have a doctor's appointment early in the morning for another ultrasound, and we will see how that goes. And the doctor's office is closed on Saturday, I think I told you guys, because of the holiday, but we might do the IUI on Sunday or Monday, which will be interesting with the sister-in-law here, so. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I will see you all next week. Have a good weekend. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Monday the 5th? 6th. It's about noon, and I'm about to start working on George for the day. I'm gonna fit him into the weekly homework and put in another 700 for the other group event that I have to do. And then we'll see where I'm at. So here is my starting point. I have to go back and check, but I think I only have these stitches to do in this page. And then I will move on to the next page. I'll finish up, I mean, I still have quite a bit of floss for this one, so I'm gonna finish up this color and then I'll go back in and fill in. And we'll see how much I can get done. I will check in with you all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Tuesday the 7th. It's about 4:30 and I've been working on George for most of the day. I thought that I would not be getting much done, but my parents didn't need anything. So I finished 278 stitches on George last night, and so far today I've done another 284. So progress is definitely slower when I thought it would be faster, but it is more satisfying at the same time. So I've got you guys resting on it right now. So I'm not really sure why it's going slower, especially because I'm not even to the part where I started messing up yet. But I don't know, hopefully it goes faster. So, sorry, I pay no attention to my soda cans up in the corner. I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you what I've done. So I finished the 4th page. Literally it stops right there with that stitch. And started the next page. I finished all of this gray, which I believe was 414. Though it was quite a bit of that one. Went up to about here. So I'm going to start with 169, which will fill in a good chunk of this, and it bleeds over into the next page quite a bit, so it is going to go slower, but it's because I'm going to have this next page filled in quite a bit. So I'm basically trying to figure out a good like cutoff, so I think like over here where that like kind of natural thing is, I think that's where this one cuts off. But yeah, basically trying to bleed over into the next page where it makes sense, which sometimes takes a little bit longer I think than it needs to, but whatever. So yeah, working on the 5th page, which will be halfway across. Well, a little more than halfway because the 10th page is skinny, but progress is happening. And I don't know if the 700 stitches is going to go in on George. I might do that on the year celebration so that I can get a lot of October done. But I think it would also help me do the yearly extra credit. Like I think I can, once I finish the yearly, I can do the 700 and I think get to a good stopping point right after October, but I have to plan it out a little bit and see if that's actually what happens. But otherwise, my plan currently is to finish out October so I can fully finish that. And then, plus I'm feeling a little Halloween-y, which I think a lot of us are. But then I can finish that bit and have a good stopping point. And then whatever extra stitches I need, I'll put in on George, because you can do that with the group projects. You can work on as many projects as you want. So that's going to be my plan, and I'm not going to get to it tonight, I'm pretty sure, but if I do, I will show you guys that tomorrow. I will see you then. Hello again, everybody. It is Saturday. Yes. The 11th, I think? Let's see. The 11th, go me. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I have QVC Christmas on right now because it's Christmas in July. and I made some progress. I spent the morning doing masks, which I'm up to 35. I'm out of elastic, and I think that's as much as I'm willing to do. So I'm going to send that off to my cousin. I'll double check with her. If she really needs more, then I'll make more, but I think 35 is a good number. Then I stitched some of October for the year of celebrations. Not much. I got the little bit of the tree done. And so the tree comes down here. And then I worked just now on George. I'm finishing up page 5, which I should get that finished tonight. I have 2 more colors, but they're super low amounts of stitching in those colors. Got my waterfall candle going, which was only $2 at Michael's. They were on sale, so picked up 3 of those. And yeah, so let me show you George and show you where I'm at. All right, so here is where we are all together. And the only bits I have are to do these few stitches here and these right here. I don't know if I have to do these over here, but there's like 3 different colors. So I think, well, this is one color, these are a color, and then these 3 right here are another color. So it will still take me a while just because of how I'm stitching it, but you will see more of it up there as well. Oh, look, a letter K and a backwards F. Okay, so gonna keep working. I finished up one of the monthly extra credits, so I'm going to do another one right now. I don't know if I'll get all 300 in, but I'll at least make a good start. So I will see you all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Sunday the 12th. It is 3:30 and I finished up the page last night. I ended up I needed 4 colors, and one I went literally as far as I can go up. But 2 of the colors, it was literally only 3 stitches of each. So I'm gonna start page 6 today. I think last night I only got like 52 stitches in to finish it out. So I'm gonna start and see how much I get today. The color I'm starting with, I think, is 334, which is a bright herb blue.
Honestly.
And it is quite a bit of it. So we'll see how much I get, but I'll show you guys page 5. So here it is. I ended up, see these 3 dark ones right here, that one, that one, and that one. And then down here, I think it was, I was creating a weird shadow. I think it was like 3 of these over here. We're the only ones in those colors. So I got this bright 518, which is the color that goes up literally as far as I can go. Well, currently. Like there's some, I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, I can't even see them. But definitely some up there. I think there's one like right there. And there's one right there. But it was literally just like a stitch or 2 all the way up. Some more right here. Anyway, so we're gonna be starting on this page, and we're more than halfway done with going across. Just to give you a bit of a visual. Sorry, my cat won't shut the hell up. And we'll see where we get. So I think the page ends right about here. But I'm gonna start off more than likely with the 2 biggest colors and try to get in that other 300 stitches. And I will see you all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday, the 16th. It's 8 o'clock at night, and I pulled out my Halloween for the day. I got my socks on. I haven't stitched today, like barely any. I did finish up finally all the masks and got them mailed off to my cousin. I actually finished those up 2 days ago, but got them mailed off. Had to do some chores, and then I played an online escape room with my cousin, so that was fun. I did get a stitch pretty much all day yesterday, but I'll show you guys where I got to. I got another page finish. As for the rest of the night, I did my nails earlier too, so did some Color Street. The rest of the night, I'm just gonna stitch and watch some YouTube. Not really sure why I didn't today, but I think it's just being out and about took some time. And I ended up playing some games. But let me show you what I finished. So there is page 6 done. I get this bright spot right here with the 518. I noticed I had missed like completing a stitch somewhere over here on this page, so I went back and finished that. And then finished all of 334 in this page right here, and now I'm continuing it up to finish out that thread. I think I was short by like 2 lines. So see quite a bit of that color coming up, but I have 3 rows left, or 3 pages left, and then I can go into the next row. I am behind schedule, but I'm really going to try to finish this before or by George Washington's birthday, which is the day we started this piece. I started it, or we all started it technically, but I think it was 3 years ago. So I'll have, it was either 3 or 4 years ago, but so I'll have the whole piece done by then, if not earlier. I'm trying to do earlier. I would basically have to do at least 500 stitches a day, every single day until the end of the year to finish it this year. I don't see that happening, but who knows? I thought this part would go faster. It actually is not. But because I'm stitching it the way I am, where I'm finishing out the thread, the next pages should go faster. So I basically figured out I either need to do 16 pages a month or 500 stitches a day. And the 500 doesn't sound bad, but it's really slow going for some reason. Like yesterday, I think I got in 560, and that was working all day on it, so I don't know, we'll see. I do need to get back to October on my year of celebrations, but I'm gonna work on this tonight and try to finish up the Animal Kingdom event I think I'm working on right now, which is 700 stitches, most of which were yesterday. And then I will kind of see where I'm at. I do have to do 300 stitches on another project to finish up the monthlies, but other than that, those are done. I watched Pinocchio, and that's where I did like 100 stitches while I watched that, so that's why I have 300 more to do for the team event. And I think my weeklies are done, pretty sure. So thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this 700, look at everything again, make sure I'm all caught up, and then I will switch back over to October and try to finish up that yearly prompt. So anyway, I'll check in with you guys and you'll be able to see what I did. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Saturday, the 18th. Yeah, go me. It's about 7 o'clock at night, and I had to clean the house for most of the morning. But I've put in 300 stitches on George. I realized last night that I hadn't done any of the weekly homework, so I put in 200 on him for the... Hey guys, welcome back. It is Sunday the 19th. It's about noon, 11:30, and we're in the craft room today because I had to move my stuff in here because my sister-in-law is coming over to stay the night tonight. So I did get progress on George. I finished page 7, and yesterday I put in about 700 stitches, and the day before I put in, I think, 200. I realized that I hadn't actually done the weekly homework, and I'm still behind. So I used this for the first prompt, which is something that you could shrink to fit on an ornament. And I did penalty stitches. I could have probably argued you could put George's face on a 4th of July ornament or something, but I didn't want to explain all that. So then I did 200 on 3 prompts, which was somebody with a shirt, something that brightens your day, and something... what was the last one? Sorry, I don't remember the last one. Anyway, here is what it's looking like. And so I finished up that page right there. And I started page 8 to finish up those 700 stitches. Oh, the other one was something you wouldn't want to bring home with you, and I wouldn't want to bring an army home with me. And this brightens my day because anytime I can work on it means I'm getting good progress. The last one I was going to possibly do on George, which is stitch in orange. Obviously I would be doing penalty stitches, but since I hadn't had a chance to finish that one yet, I'm going to actually do it on Boo Butterfly instead, because I am working in orange down here at the border. This is 720, I think, which is dark orange spice, because the thread has to have orange in the name. So that way I can do 200 and hopefully finish it up before the end of the day. And this one I can take into the living room and not take up all the space on the couch, because I just stitched this one in hand. So I also got, you guys have probably seen this video already, but I did get the Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch for 2020. And since charts cannot travel alone, I got this Bewitching Hour, which I didn't realize came with the clock hands and a little charm. There's that little spider guy right there. Oh, interesting. If you look up here at the spider, it doesn't have the web attached, whereas this one does. So we'll have to see where I can place him on the chart. Sorry about the glare. But I thought this was cute. It calls for Weeks Dye Works. I will be using my coloring cotton, and well, it says you need 2 skeins of one of them, so I'll have to look at that one. I'm assuming it's the black. It says it's the gray, but there's not that much gray on there, so Oh, I'll have to look. Because there's not that much gray on it. But there's 2 different grays as well, so. Oh, you know what? There's no white, so I'm betting it's the white, which is actually light gray. So, anyway, that's all the new stuff I got. I did get the Heaven and Earth Designs free charts that they had put up. Michelle is taking the weekend off, which is good. I'm hoping that when she comes back, she has a clear head and the drama is done in that group. Because, yeah, I feel like the stress was getting to her. But I got some of the free charts. I didn't download them all because I'm not going to stitch them all. There were some that were cute. They were not my aesthetic. So I think I downloaded 4. Which if you miss them, not a big deal. You can buy them once they're back up on the site. I just realized there's just weird, like, sticky stuff all over the side of the magazine. Like right there. At least it's not sticky. But I also forgot to tell you guys, I did go to Michael's not that long ago. It was a few days ago. And I got they like transferred over from one store brand to another store brand, and so a lot of their furniture stuff was on clearance. So I got a like standing rolling cart thing, not the 3-tier cart, I already have one of those, but I'll show it to you guys once it's all put together. But it's like just like a rolling cart that you can fit like a bunch of different stuff into that has drawers and stuff on it. So I need to put that together. I got that for like $60. Normally it was 120. No, I think it was more than that. I think it was like 180. So got that for like 60, 65. So that was exciting. I actually went to look for more storage to get a couple more cubes, but I figured, hey, might as well go with this. So yeah, once I get that put together, I am planning on redoing my entire craft room just to clear up some space, especially on my table, and hopefully get all of my diamond paintings and my closet put together, because let's face it, it's kind of a mess right now. This has kind of become the catch-all room for random stuff, so I need to find a place for that. And yeah, just generally make everything look good. So anyway, that's enough talking for me today. I will see you all later on. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but definitely by Tuesday. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Tuesday the 21st. I have actually more progress than I thought I would to show you. So I remembered that I had tried to film this, and then on Friday, I think, Friday or Saturday, and my mom called me and cut off, or my sister called me and cut off the video, and then I forgot to come back and finish it. So I get to show you George, which I finished page 7. So finished 7 and started 8. And then I'm going to do 9 and 10 as one, because page 10, I think, is only like 20 or 25 stitches wide. So it just makes more sense to put it in with. Put them together. I forget if I showed this to you already, so if I did, I'm sorry, but I got in, so I think George was about 900 stitches. I did 700 in one day, but I think I hadn't showed it to you before 9. So I got in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2020 issue, which if you saw my video, I did a flip through of it. And then I also got Bewitching Hour by Hinzit. I'm gonna go with Hinzit. And I didn't realize it, but it comes with a little clock hands, and it's got, the charm looks different. This charm, if you look on the pattern, it's just, I'm trying to separate it out a little bit without taking it out of the package. It's a little spider, but the actual charm is like a spider with a spider web. So now you can see the spider web. Spider's over there. So I'll have to make sure that fits, but I thought that was cute. Then I did finish my 200 stitches on Boo Butterfly for the weekly homework, so I was able to finish up the weekly. Yeah. Kept getting it upside down. So I did most of that bottom and then all of that going up this side. Went a lot faster than I thought it would. I also had forgotten that my sister-in-law was coming. Basically, my husband's dad lives in San Francisco, and then his sister got a place in San Diego. Basically, she got it right as, she got it in January, so it was like right before everything went to crap. And she was down there by herself and didn't know anybody, so she goes back and forth, and since we're on the way, we're not in the middle, but we're on the way, I'm used to her going from San Diego up. So when she was coming down, I was thinking, like my husband said, she was already halfway here, so I'm thinking like, okay, well, she'll be here in an hour. So I just started stitching and stitching and stitching. And then I remembered, oh yeah, she's coming down the other way, so she's still has 3 hours before she needs to get here. So I was able to get in all the homework, and then while she was here, she ended up staying a lot longer than I was planning on Monday. No. Yeah, Monday. So yesterday. So we ended up watching Indian Matchmaker, I think it's called, on Netflix. It's a new show. And so we watched like 6 episodes of that, and I started stitching on October. I think when you last saw this, I had part of a tree done. Well, I did that, and then I finished it today. So that's exciting. I am going to do a finishing video, which you'll probably see before this, maybe. I need to look at all my clips and see where I'm at. But I thought it turned out really cute. And I'm glad that the white shows up on this fabric, because that would suck. You wouldn't be able to see the ghost, really. I wasn't too sure. I did make a small change. The stems were supposed to be brown, like the same brown as the tree, but the leaves were still green, and I just figured I'll just do them since they're there in green, because the leaves are going to be the same color as the stem, because they're going to age at the same time, right? And I looked at pictures of pumpkins. Green stems are a thing. So I used to grow pumpkins, but I couldn't remember. But yeah, I love the little eyeballs down here and the swirly tree. So I think this is probably one of my favorites. This is the only one I don't have fabric. No, it's like this and December are the only ones I don't have fabric already picked out for, because those are my biggest fabric stashes. So it'll be fun to stash dive and kind of see which one I like best. But that's all I have. I looked at the Autumn Lane Stitchery's new fall pattern that they previewed in their video, and I might have to get it. But we'll see. I've been pretty good about my buying lately. Most of my buying has, I mean, let's be honest. I did get the freebies from Haid. Not all of them, some of them. But for the most part, the things I've actually paid for have been smaller designs. Like, I always get the Halloween cross-stitch issue because you have to. But like, this pattern's tiny. Like, that won't take me any time at all. So it's only 41 by 187. So I've been trying to be good about it. I haven't bought everything I want. I am still hemming and hawing over the Autumn Lane Stitchery mystery stitch along, mainly because of the fabric and beads that go with it. Mainly the fabric, because to buy all of it would be about $70. It's kind of a big purchase, so I might buy the pattern and then see if I like it before I start stitching it. Like, it sounds like it's gonna be cool and right up my alley, because it's like they keep saying mermaid. They say we can't guarantee it's a mermaid, but it's Queen of, I forget what the actual title of it is, but it's like Queen of the Sea. And it's kind of a choose your own, and I think it's gonna lean more towards the dark side of mermaids, which I think is cool, so we'll see. I might wait until 1 or 2 sections come out. Hello everybody, it is Wednesday, right? Yes, the 22nd. It's like 10:30 at night, and I finished my stitching for, I actually had ended my video yesterday, my vlog clip, or I was ending the whole series, so this is gonna be the last clip of the series. My cat's having fun. I don't know what the heck she's doing. Sorry about that. We have a big box that I think she's just going crazy in. So I was gonna make yesterday my last clip, but I remembered that this would actually make a better ending because of what I worked on. And what I did was brought out my other stitch for my monthly extra credit, because I had one more like bonus I had to do. So I figured this way it ends all of my monthlies and all of my weeklies, and it's, like I said, just a much better stopping point. Before I show you what I did pick up a couple of needle minders from Gina's Unique Boutique, because I realized I don't really have, I think I have like 1 or 2 Christmas minders, and that's it. She might be trying to catch something. Anyway, I picked up Joy, so little candy canes. And then this was a freebie because my other one was also Christmassy. So I got this cool little enamel, so it's not really focusing on it, but it's like a little Christmas jar, snow globe type thing. So it will go really good on my Christmas jar ornaments that I'm working on. Anyway, and also when I had filmed the clip, I'd forgotten I'd gotten those in, so that way I could show them to you and they match my project, which is Santa in the Clouds. So I know you guys have seen this one. This one is 28 count, 2/1 tent stitch. This is a Tilton Crafts pattern, which I think is still available. I got it quite a while ago, but I finished the entire top row of pages a while ago. So now I'm going in and working across the full row of pages for each color. So I've got 1 or 2 colors. I think it's 2 in so far, and then I started the third, which is this darker 3861. So this time I finished starting up here all the way down, across, and then down here, and then back up, and then filled in this little part down here. So once we get all the way across, we are going to see his face. The eye will get some more definition, but I don't know when I'm going to work on this next. This one seems to be a little slow going at the moment. I'm not really sure why. Especially because it is tent stitch. I've got it on Pattern Keeper, but I think it's just because it's a lot of the same-ish colors, and I'm not at a like super exciting part of it right now, and because I'm definitely more of a completionist, so since I have like only a couple of colors in, it's not quite as exciting as when I get to those end colors and I'm just filling in spaces. So, but I still really like it. It is a really pretty pattern. It's basically Santa's like face and stuff made out of the clouds, and he's looking over a city, or not a city, but like a mountain town that's covered in snow. Lots of pinks and purples. That's pretty much the only colors that are in this piece, because even the snow and stuff is pink because of the reflection. I think it's like supposed to be sunset, so that's why everything's like pink, but you can still see this dark blue sky up here. So once I get down, I think in this area down here, it does start to show some more of that dark blue again before the town comes into view, but this is the grid line for the halfway mark. So I think there's 5 rows of pages, but I don't totally remember. Because right now, as I'm working on this, I'm about 21% in, like 21.5%. So yeah, it's looking good. There is a ton of this color, if you can just tell just from this bit I'm putting in here. Like, it's gonna be a while before I finish it, but it's fun doing it. It's just slow, and I'll be more excited once I get over in this area and get some of that definition. And then here is going to be like a big mountain that shows up that's like formed out of his shoulder. So I think it like comes up here and then comes down that way. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to try to remember to block off the last clip, or cut off the ending of the last one, since you don't need this twice. But please remember to like and subscribe if you did like this video, if you want to see more. I am planning on doing more content. That is not just going to be these vlogs. I have a Stitch With Me that I've had filmed for a very long time, but I need to do the voiceover to it, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I'm planning on redoing my craft room soon. I'm going to do a finishing tutorial for my little, you can see it up there. I finally put July up, but my year of celebrations, hands-on design, magnet finishes that I do. So you will see September and October, because I finished that one up. So I'm going to show those to you guys. And see, I'm just going to try to film more finishes, get more finishes. But yeah, just try to put more content on here so it's not all vlogs. But if there's anything special you want to see, let me know. Leave any comments if you have any questions, or basically just anything. Like I said, comments on if you want to see anything in particular. Sorry, I got distracted. Like, my porch light is really bright, it seems like. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in my next vlog.